Hello everyone, thank you for joining me for today's plan with me. This week I'm using a kit from Paper Trail Plans, and the reason this one hasn't sort of started in the usual way is because I was originally going to plan this kit. Sorry, I just realised I was talking a bit with my hands and making noise, so sorry if any like annoying sort of scratchy sounds picked up. I was talking as I would normally without really thinking. I put on Instagram that I'd kind of started this kit, or started this spread, not filming it, and I sort of showed how much I'd done so far. I just laid some of the base and the washi area, and I asked if people would want me to film it, or if I was, good to carry on not filming, and the majority of people said that they would like me to film it. So I've popped the camera on and continued filming this spread. I'd already mentioned towards the end of last year that I wasn't going to stick to any kind of filming schedule this year, and I wasn't going to put pressure on myself to film every spread, and I really haven't put that pressure on. I've planned as and when I've wanted to plan, and I do like to somewhat keep up to date, just because I like to, play with stickers every week. I don't kind of want to be months behind or anything like that. So yeah, I'm always kind of around about the time that it is anyway, but it was just kind of the pressure to film every single spread and have it up by the following Friday. I just wanted to take that pressure off of myself. So that's how this one kind of came to be after I'd already started. I do really enjoy this hobby. I really enjoy filming and editing. I know a lot of people seem to find editing a chore. I do everything on my phone. I don't have a laptop that I can easily use. I don't have cameras or anything. I do everything on my phone. So I film it on my phone, I edit it on my phone, I do my voiceover on my phone. Could it be better quality? Sure. I have no desire to go kind of spending hundreds of pounds on something that it's just my hobby, and it's just it's just kind of nice to share that with the people that want to watch it. But I would worry that I would find it really draining after a while if I kind of had myself on a really intense schedule and had to be filming with certain equipment and in a certain way. I just wouldn't want to hem myself in like that, I suppose. But I have everything that I need to do it, and I do enjoy it. And, even though I'm not kind of following any kind of schedule, I'm still putting out what I can as and when I am planning. Sorry, that felt like I rambled on for ages about that, but there's all the context to why I wasn't starting the spread with the whole kit at the beginning. But this was a kit that was destashed to me. It is so cute, so stinking cute. I wish Paper Trail Plans still did the traditional weekly format kit, but they don't. They do decorative kits, and you can buy full boxes in a kind of add-on, but you only get 6, and I need 8 really, ideally 9, but I can get away with 8. So just buying 6 isn't enough for me. I like to have 1 every day plus the sidebar, ideally 2 in the sidebar. But if you are interested in their kind of style, go and have a look. Like I say, decorative kits for the most part, but they do offer different types of paper, I think, so you don't have to buy everything on washi paper, because I know everyone at the moment seems to be really enjoying washi paper. So for the date cover section this week, I used one of the Panda Bird Designs Gathered Layers sort of date cover strips. This was in transparent matte. It all comes as one big piece, which is super handy, and it fits the Sadies Stickers planner pretty much perfectly. And then I used some date dots from Sadies Stickers. The script is I think it's from Paper Trail Plans as well, actually. Everything that came with the kit is what I've used in the sidebar, and then I've used my absolute old-time favourites, the Miss and Meow Dainty Dot Dividers. I really, really, really hope she brings back foil dividers and bows and things like that. I know, oh, actually, there's an update on Miss Meow. So she recently, I can't remember if I've said this in a plan with me, sorry, my brain isn't functioning properly today, but she posted on her stories recently that she's no longer going to be using Sadie stickers to fulfill her orders. She previously did that because of the tariff situation, so I think she thought it'd be easier for the majority of people that shop from her to purchase from a shop that is based in the US, but she's really missed doing it at home. There's not been any issue with Sadie stickers doing it. She included that in her stories to say there's no sort of negative reason why that's happened. She just wants to kind of have everything back in-house, and she really missed doing it herself. So yeah, I think that will probably mean, so she's recently closed again, just while she kind of gets everything together and figures out how she wants to do everything. And then I guess she'll kind of go back to how she was doing it before, where it's not open all the time. She will open as and when she has space and the scope to kind of fulfill orders. So yeah, she's not put any news out on how that will work yet. I think she closed on something like the 28th of February. But she'll post as soon as she has a reopening date, and I'm sure she will notify the PR team so that we can pop it out on our socials as well. So as soon as I have that information, of course, I will share it. How did I get onto that? Oh yeah, because of the Dainty Dot dividers. Yes, I'm hoping she will bring those back with the other foil accents that she had in her shop before one day. I'm also hoping that a shop will come out with... you'll see the Crafts by Towie kind of scalloped edge midi boxes that I've used throughout the week, and I've used some of the quarter boxes as well. I have already run out of them in some foils, but I'm very close to running out of all of them. So if any shops create anything like that, I am absolutely desperate for those, because I am running out of those quickly. I have mentioned a few times I would like to get a laser printer myself, maybe for Christmas at the end of this year, just so that I can start foiling things myself. And then in theory, that means I can kind of, anything that I'm running out of where the shops don't exist anymore, I can try and replicate it, or at least create something really similar just for personal use. And then it doesn't matter if I run out of things, but I'm not there yet, and it is a financial commitment that I just don't have the surplus available to put into that kind of thing right now. Sorry, got really distracted again. My brain it's like we've had the first proper sunny day in what feels like a year, and my brain is obviously just like, what is going on with the world? What is this beauty that's happening outside? It's really windy though, so when I was walking Wendy, the two of us kind of braced against the wind, but it's so beautiful outside. Classic British springtime. So in terms of icons, sorry, this week was a really, really boring week, so there's not really anything to talk through in terms of plans. It was very much just kind of work, walking the dog. I did have my big Stackery package arrive, so I filmed the hauls and edited the hauls that I did, and I posted those this week. And it was really fun organising those stickers actually, because I ended up completely reorganising my Ray and Tay binders, and that was really fun. So I did enjoy doing that. I don't know if I've mentioned in any of my Plan With Me's, but we've been reading Jurassic Park. I never knew it was a book until we were in Tobago, and my sister-in-law was reading it, and she said it was amazing to read that while we were kind of in a very similar environment. So, you know, really kind of thick greenery, sort of dense greenery, and that kind of tropical climate. She had an absolute ball reading it there. So we've been reading it here, and I can't wait to get to the end of it and then watch the movie again. But yeah, it's been really fun. So I have marked reading Jurassic Park a couple of times. But generally just a really, really plain, boring week. Sorry, sort of weird hiccup there. I've been rewatching Sex and the City again, and I've just done it start to finish again. I probably watch it 2 or 3 times a year. The original TV series I just love, particularly the first 2 or 3 seasons are absolutely by far the best. And then I do enjoy quite a lot of season 6. I could have done without the Alexander, I'm going to confidently say Petrovsky was his surname. Could have done without his character, but generally enjoyed the rest of season 6 and kind of how everything was concluded. But yeah, that's another one of my comfort shows. Very different to my crime comfort shows. I've since I finished Sex and the City again, I've just restarted The Mentalist because it just came onto UK Netflix, so I will be watching all, I think, 7 seasons of that. It's quite a lot of seasons. Yeah, and we've also then, between the two of us, we've been watching a couple of episodes of The US Officer Night. I'd originally popped it on as a binge comfort show, and then Lewis caught me about midway through season 1, was devastated that I started watching it again without him, so I now have to save it to watch with him every night. And then on Friday, I did pick up some cakes from Cake Box, which is an egg-free place. I think it's all over the UK. It's a chain, and it's absolutely delicious. It's the softest, fluffiest cake, and it is the like inside is all fresh cream. So good. The filling, that's it, is all fresh cream. Absolutely delicious. And then you can have a bunch of different toppings. They have like strawberries, chocolate curls, hazelnuts. Yeah, depending on your flavour, topping preference. So good. So I did pick up some of those to have with Rach and Linda. They came over in the evening for some vodka pasta, and we talked for hours, as we always do. Lots of talking, lots of laughing. Yeah, so wonderful to see them. We've all been saying that we've not seen as much of each other as we would have liked the last few years, and in maybe the last year we've kind of been seeing each other more on a monthly basis, and it's just been amazing. They are the most wonderful friends, so it has been so lovely to see them more frequently, and that was a really fun evening. And we love Cake Box so much, so it's sort of like a maybe like a once a year treat that we kind of do that, because we're all trying to be better and not eat horrifically naughty every time we eat. Then on Saturday, same old, just slept in. We took Wendy to the dog meetup. There's kind of a local group of dogs that meet in our area on like a big field in the sort of springtime and autumn time, when it's in that lovely, not too hot, not too cold, and not very rainy period. You can get like 20 dogs that turn up, and you know, sometimes some of the male dogs don't do so well with that. And then through the winter, there's maybe 5 or 6 of us that go from time to time. It's kind of, yeah, depends on who fancies it on a certain week. And yeah, sometimes Wendy just needs that kind of extra burst of energy that she can only get by being chased. The girl loves being chased. So yeah, we did that on Saturday morning, and then we really randomly decided to go to Bento Boss for dinner. Absolutely delicious. It's the place that I had mentioned in the plan with me that was the week of my birthday. That's where I chose to go for my birthday meal. So good. And the last time we went, Lewis had said, oh, when we come here again, I am just going to order 3 of the crispy duck bao. It is our favourite thing in the entire world, and he actually stuck with that, and he did only order 3 of the crispy duck bao. I ordered 2, and then I ordered some avocado maki as well, and we had no regrets. It was so good. It is just the most delicious thing. Yeah, it's one of our top 5 restaurants for sure, up there with 7 Lucky Gods as a close contender for the top spot probably. Then on Sunday, Lou had a massage booked. I think that was the last bit of his Christmas. He had a gift card for a place down the road that he absolutely loves. He had a gift card for Christmas, so he used up the last of that to book a massage. And then we watched The Hunt for Red October. We kind of tend to go through themes with films. So a couple of years ago, we did all the Avengers movies again, start to finish, starting with Iron Man, going all the way through to Endgame. And then, and I know there's a Spider-Man, or maybe even 2, however it works after that. Anyway, we did through all of those. And then we went on a bit of a sci-fi binge recently, kind of like a thriller horror sci-fi binge recently, starting with Alien Earth, and then we rewatched Alien and all of those. We're probably due to rewatch a couple of those, like Prometheus, again soon, but I don't want to push him too far. And then I do love a submarine movie, and again we've been in that place where I think, yeah, it was about time to start ticking off the submarine movies again. This was one that I hadn't seen. I can't think of the one. Oh, something Tide. Is it called Red Tide? There's another one. It's possible that because this has red in it, I'm now confusing it. But there's another submarine movie that has, I think it's Denzel Washington in it, that I'd like to watch again. There's like 3 or 4 submarine movies I'd like to watch again. And then we also seem to do it with World War II movies. So it's probably coming up time that we'll be rewatching things like Fury and Inglourious Bastards and that kind of thing. I did recently rewatch Dunkirk, but I did just watch that on my own. I didn't watch that with Lewis. So yeah, we tend to go through trends. Oh, and we're also, at the moment, we've just restarted the Godzilla movie franchise because we watched Godzilla -1, so good, and it just gave me a hankering for watching all those again. So we've just watched Godzilla, or what's the first one called? Maybe it's just called Godzilla. And then we've just watched Kong Skull Island, and we've just started Godzilla King of the Monsters, but very much just started because we only had about 10 minutes of awakeness left in us when we finished Skull Island. We were like, should we just start the next one? So good, man. He absolutely loves those movies so much. But yeah, sorry, again, so many tangents. And then we read some more Jurassic Park and watched a couple more episodes of The US Office. So this is how the spread looks all put together. Sorry again that this wasn't kind of a full plan with me, including a flip through of the kit or anything, but beautiful kit to plan with. I loved all the colours. Loved all the different boxes, loved pulling in different fancy boxes in all in the silver foil from my collection. And yeah, altogether a boring week in terms of plans, but a really pretty week in terms of the spread. So I hope you enjoyed this plan with me, and I will see you in the next one.